On July 25, 2025, former President Donald Trump made headlines by claiming a recent Supreme Court ruling on presidential immunity benefits Barack Obama more than anyone else. Trump argued that the court's decision, which grants former presidents some protection from prosecution for official acts, now shields Obama from alleged criminal acts. He declared, "Obama owes me big," suggesting his own legal fight has inadvertently protected his political rival. The Supreme Court's ruling clarified that immunity only covers actions within a president's official duties, not private conduct. This distinction is now central to ongoing legal debates, forcing courts to decide what counts as an official act. For Trump, this means some charges against him may be reconsidered, but he insists the same standard should apply to Obama and all former presidents. Trump frames this as an ironic twist. By fighting for his own immunity, he's extended it to Obama. He's using the ruling to revisit old grievances, especially the investigations into the 2016 election. Trump's narrative now shifts from his own legal troubles to alleged wrongdoing by the Obama administration, using the Supreme Court's decision as a new lens. The debate over presidential immunity is now more heated and personal than ever. Days before his Supreme Court comments, Trump escalated his attacks on Obama, calling him the ringleader of Russiagate. Trump claims the investigations into Russian interference in the 2016 election were a politically motivated witch hunt orchestrated by Obama. He alleges the Obama administration weaponized intelligence agencies to undermine his presidency, calling for a criminal investigation into Obama himself. Trump insists the collusion narrative was fabricated, and that the real scandal was the abuse of power by his predecessor. He points to the lack of criminal charges from the investigations as proof the suspicions were baseless. By demanding a probe into Obama, Trump aims to flip the Russiagate story, casting himself as the victim and Obama as the perpetrator. This strategy reframes the episode not as foreign interference, but as a sitting president using government power against a rival. Trump's bold claims seek to redefine who was wrong during that turbulent period. The stakes: public trust in the integrity of American democracy. Trump's latest claims are fueled by newly declassified information. On July 23, 2025, Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard released a House Intelligence Committee report challenging the official story of 2016. The report asserts the intelligence community lacked solid evidence that Putin aimed to help Trump win. It criticizes the 2017 intelligence community assessment, alleging it was rushed and directed by Obama to cast doubt on Trump's victory. The report claims a small group of CIA analysts without broad review shaped the assessment, raising questions about bias and accuracy. It also alleges then CIA Director John Brennan pushed to include the infamous anti-Trump dossier, despite knowing it was based on unverified sources. If true, unreliable information was presented as fact to the public. These revelations cast doubt on the integrity of the intelligence process. The debate over what really happened in 2016 is far from settled. Obama's team quickly dismissed Trump's accusations as bizarre and a distraction. Spokesperson Patrick Rodenbush insisted the declassified report doesn't undermine the core finding: Russia interfered in the 2016 election. He argued that procedural disputes don't change the fundamental facts. Meanwhile, DNI Tulsi Gabbard described facing deep state resistance when declassifying the report. Gabbard claims entrenched officials tried to block the release, fueling suspicions of a shadowy bureaucracy protecting its own. She frames the release as a win for transparency and accountability. Gabbard's comments reinforce Trump's narrative of a permanent Washington establishment working against outsiders. The clash between official denials and claims of hidden resistance deepens public skepticism. The struggle over the truth behind Russiagate continues to divide Washington and the nation. These dueling narratives strike at the heart of trust in American institutions. One side claims intelligence agencies under Obama abused their power to sway public opinion and undermine Trump. The other insists the investigations were necessary to defend democracy from foreign interference. The debate forces Americans to question who and what to believe. Was Russiagate a legitimate defense of democracy or a political operation to delegitimize a president? The newly declassified report adds fuel to a long-running divisive debate. Ultimately, the health of democracy depends on an informed public willing to weigh evidence and demand accountability. The verdict on this chapter of history remains unwritten, and its outcome will shape American politics for years to come.